Celtics. All right, let me see. Yep. I'm in the building. November the 11th, 2025. Give me 1 second as I'm preparing some things. I'm actually a little premature here. Forgot to write down my actual topics for tonight, but it's nothing. It's not that difficult. My Instagram is the way for me. But yes, Media Marcus. November the 11th, 2025, 11/11. Make a wish. I'm here. I'm in the building. Just left the Playboy Cardi concert in Washington, D.C., Capital One Arena. I got out of there early because that's just what I do. I usually never stay too late anywhere. But yes, I'm here. November the 11th, 2025. Just saw a very good game between the Philadelphia 76ers and the Boston Celtics go down. So I'll talk about that and everything else that happened around the NBA. We got some R&B beef. Two guys in the R&B game continue to show that they don't like each other. So I'm going to talk about those two as well. And what else we got on the slate? Let me see what else I had. I saw that was popping out here in the real world. We're going to be talking about Nico Harrison was fired early this morning. Put out content around that already, but we'll get into a deeper dive. Nico Harrison was fired. Let me write that down. Nico Harrison. NBA, Nico. I'll talk some Uber and Lyft as well. Some Sabrina Carpenter. Why not? R&B. And we're gonna talk some R&B as well. All right, let's get into it. I'm in your guy. We're here. Media Marcus, November the 11th, 2025. It's 10:35 p.m. I'm here a little early tonight. I thought I would be about 11:30, but we're here about an hour early. Great. Awesome for me. Maybe I can get some rest, Media Marcus. But yeah, let's get right into it. I mean, just saw a thriller of, you know what? No. Give me 1 more second. Because I know me. And I know what I be needing. Water. All right, I'm back. Let's do it. Media Markets, November the 11th, 2025. It is 10:36 p.m. on the Eastern Standard Time. Let's talk NBA. Let's talk NBA. A thriller of a game just went off. The 76ers defeat the Celtics 102-100 in Philadelphia. This was a thrilling game. Came down to the wire. This team, I mean, it was just like a 1 point game. The Celtics go up, and then the Sixers go up as well right after that. And Jaylen Brown, a missed free throw, gets them to 100. But the last bucket, Kelly Oubre Jr. pulled off the last bucket in this game. 102-100, 76ers defeat the Boston Celtics. Let's give some stats out. I mean, leading scorer was this guy Edwards. What is his first name? I don't even know this guy's first name. That's how he's in his second year. Let me see his full name. I hope they gave his full. Justin Edwards. Justin Edwards had a night, leading scorer for the Philadelphia 76ers in the win. Off the bench, 22 points, 5 of 6 from 3-point land, 8 of 9 from the field. He didn't miss until his very last shot right at the end of the game. He had 2 big threes late. Justin Edwards did. Kudos to him. 21 points, 5 rebounds, and 9 assists for Tyrese Maxey. Rough night, 5 of 17 from the thrill, but 50% from 3, 3 of 6. Andre Drummond with the double-double, 14 and 13. Kelly Oubre Jr., like I said, had the big game-winning bucket, go-ahead bucket for this Philadelphia 76ers team. Jaylen Brown had 24 points in a loss. Anthony Simons put up 17 for the Celtics as well. But this is a very thrilling game. I'm starting to love Tuesday on NBC, NBA on NBC on Tuesdays. I feel like they've just been giving us good content, good games. I really appreciated that game. 102-100, the 76ers win over the Celtics. And I think, Omatic, are you sleep out there, sound man? They saying you going to sleep early. You morning shift. Well, I'm night shift here. Medium Marcus. We're in the building. But yes, 76ers get the win. 102-100 over the Boston Celtics. What else happened around the NBA? The New York Knicks defeated the Memphis Grizzlies 133-120 in New York. Jalen Brunson, 32 points, 11 of 19 from the field, 6 of 9 from 3. 6 made 3-point shots. Mikal Bridges added 22 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. Karl Anthony Towns with the double-double, 21 and 13. Jordan Clarkson off the bench with 13. Does Josh Hart not start anymore? Didn't realize. I mean, I see he played 30 minutes, 2 of 7 from the field, 8 points, but looks like Josh Hart, came off the bench tonight. So I got to ask my friends about that. Yes, Josh Hart. But Knicks get it done. Landry Shamet looks like he's starting over Josh Hart. 10 points, 2 of 4 from 3, 3 of 5 from the field. Very good game. I mean, this is what you expect from the Knicks, right? They're top heavy, sure. But, their guys, 32 for Brunson, double-double for Anthony Towns, 21 and 13, 22 for Mikal, 5 assists and 7 rebounds. Pretty efficient night from everyone. That's the Knicks. So the Knicks get it done. I know they play tomorrow against my Orlando Magic. And there's some talk about my Orlando Magic. We got the win last night, but yeah, we face the Knicks tomorrow, and we'll see how that goes. We haven't been playing well. We have not been playing well, the Magic I'm talking about. So we'll face the Knicks. Knicks coming off the win tonight. But yeah, they're talking about Paolo Banchero and Jamal Mosley. Maybe not as tight as you would expect the star player and his coach to be. And honestly, when I hear about that, I love it. I love it. All the NBA greats, besides my guy right here, Tim Duncan, and all the NBA greats have gotten their coach fired. Just is what it is. Let's go down the line. Jordan? Got his coach fired. Got a couple fired. Maybe not intentionally, but they moved on. Let's talk LeBron. He's gotten guys fired. First coach was not his last. Who else? Kobe. Kobe didn't start off with Phil Jackson. He didn't. I don't know. Phil was not. He wasn't there when Kobe first arrived. So when you talk about the top dogs, I'm not that impressed with Jamal Mosley. I've spoken about it here. Are you a coach or are you not a counselor? Are you a coach? Damn, what is the other word? What do you use? I gotta write this down. I'm just getting shot as I get older. Are you a coach or a chaperone, Jamal Mosley? I think Paolo's starting to wonder the same. There are ruffles. There are reportedly Paolo Banchero not as thrilled with Jamal Mosley as you would want your star player and your coach to be. But yeah, there apparently may be some tension going on. We'll see where that leads. But yeah, I've had questions about Jamal Mosley as well. Are you a coach? Are you a chaperone? And this is a guy who did great things when Paolo and Franz were young on rookie contracts. They're not that anymore. They're veterans. They are max players. You bring in Desmond Bane. You have this level of expectation now. And in the back of Paolo's mind, maybe he's just like, I got a coach who I don't know how far we're going to get. And when you start to lose these early games, you definitely question that. So, that's the latest. That's what they're talking about, Paolo and the coach, Jamal Mosley. I'm not too thrilled with Mosley, how he's been doing this season, particularly with the expectation set in. It's a whole different ball game now. You know, taking young players and getting them to the play in the playoffs are different from a team that has expectations and expected to win in the playoffs, which Jamal Mosley has not done as a coach. And when you got guys out there like Mike Malone and Frank Vogel, who coached in Orlando before, if you don't win a playoff series this year, I think you got to move on from Jamal Mosley, especially when you hear this Paolo news. So we'll see what happens with that. That's my favorite team, the Orlando Magic. Paolo Banchero, top 2 favorite player for me right now. Giannis is still number 1, but Paolo is incredible. I'm a really big fan of his. Be missing them free throws though. You can't blame Jamal Mosley for that. So let's keep it very transparent. Let's keep it very 100, and we'll see where this goes. But yeah, so that's what happened around the NBA. What else? We got some score. Toronto beat the Nets 119-109 in Brooklyn. Little Kim performed at halftime. I think that probably was the highlight. But Toronto, I mean, they're pretty impressive. They be winning, I feel like. Brandon Ingram, 25 points. Emmanuel Quickly, 24 points. 8 rebounds, 5 assists. That's pretty good for a guard. But yeah, that's what happened around the NBA. OKC once again wins. They defeat the Golden State Warriors 126-102. Steph Curry just 4 of 13 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3. Rough game here for the starting 5 of the Golden State Warriors. This is 12 plus 11. What's that? 23 plus 6 for post. That's 29. 32. Draymond total. 46 total points from the Golden State Warriors starting 5. 46 total points from the Golden State Warriors starting 5. That won't win you too many games. Oklahoma City dominated 126-102 win. Yeah, 46 points from your entire starting lineup, including Steph Curry, including Jimmy Butler. That ain't too good. So we'll see where Golden State goes on from here. But yeah, that ain't 46 points from your starting lineup. Ugh, kidding me. All right, so that's what happened around the NBA. And what else otherwise that happened around the NBA? I talked about it this morning. I put out a post. Nico Harrison fired just 9 months after the infamous trade. And when I say infamous, I think I'm saying infamous correctly now. The infamous trade of Luka Doncic. 9 months later, Nico Harrison is fired. 3-8 start. I mean, what do you expect? What do you expect when you talk about GMs? And I've been saying this since this trade's been made. I once heard a GM say, "You never make a trade that can potentially get you fired." Nico did that. He did that in February. He got rid of Luka Doncic. The whole entire city was upset of Dallas. The entire NBA was upset. I'm sure Orlando could have made a little offer. Take Jamal Mosley. He could be in the deal. But I mean, I just think that, you and the thing about it is, it's one thing if you trade Luka Doncic, you're like, we're an organization, we've won championships. We've won a championship. We're a championship winning organization. Luka continues to not be disciplined and not come in shape. We understand what type of talent he is. But it's one thing if you trade him and really put it out there to all 32 NBA teams, 30 NBA teams, this is what we're doing. It seemed like it was a little sneaky, middle of the night trade, and came back to bite him. And it's one thing if you trade for like these young guys coming up that's really going to be impactful. And, they got the number 1 pick in Cooper Flag. We'll see what he does, right? But he's a rookie. And you pair him up. The trade you made for was Anthony Davis, who's incredible, an NBA champion. We get it. But he has injury history. That's a large injury history. You know who else does? Kyrie Irving. Also a large injury history. And when you traded Luka, you put way more on Kyrie to do. And that's what he was doing and trying to get them in the playoffs. And he tore his ACL. And now he's not playing. Now the guy you traded for, Anthony Davis, is hurt. And you got Cooper Flag just out there looking like I need some more of my guys. Yeah, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work in the NBA. Nico Harrison done. I'm surprised he got this long. I thought it would have been over the summer. But 8 games in, I mean, not 8, 11 games in, I thought they could at least get him 25. Come on, like, really see this thing out. But yes, you can't trade you Nico Harrison. Trading for an injury history player like Anthony Davis when you got another player that's has injury history, Kyrie Irving, you trade Luka Doncic and you put more on Kyrie Irving, who got hurt, tore his ACL. We won't see him for a while. And then you do the same with Anthony Davis, who's hurt. We won't see him for a while. So, yeah, that'll get you fired for sure. Nico Harrison, rather, moving on. He was let go today. What else we talking about? Oh, give me a second. Oh, yeah. All right. You know what's crazy out there, right? Everybody's trying to earn their dollars. Everybody's trying to get their bread. Everybody. Look, recently Uber and Lyft said that they would start doing women riders. Like, you could just choose to have, to just ride with a woman, right? Obviously, to keep, women safe, to, kind of have that camaraderie, women and women, togetherness, not, less harm, right? Men can be harmful. It just is what it is. And so they said they would start having like female, women only like drivers, specifically for women who only want to ride with women. Cool. But there's backlash on that. And I understand why. Uber and Lyft face lawsuit from male drivers claiming women only ride options are discriminatory. Discriminatory, all right. Uber and Lyft face lawsuit from male drivers claiming women only ride options are discriminatory and limit their earnings. So that's what's happening. This is Black Millionaires reporting. Male Uber and Lyft drivers have filed 2 class action lawsuits claiming that the company's women only ride options discriminate against men and reduce their ability to earn income. According to Time, the drivers argue that Uber's women's preference and Lyft's Women Plus Connect unfairly restrict male drivers from certain ride requests. First of all, I understand both sides. I really do. I understand both sides. But yeah, Uber and Lyft, like, what'd you think? You didn't think this would happen? I mean, you can't just have, you can't just have, men and women work for you and then say, oh, well, actually, you don't have to ride with the men at all. It's just a woman. And they had to feel like, when making the decision to do this, Uber and Lyft, they had to estimate that there would be some lawsuits behind it. They had to, because you can't eliminate an entire sex from earning income or a certain income, and it's now become biased and discriminatory. I don't see how you could beat that. So I mean, I don't see how they can get over on that. This is Uber and Lyft. 2 class action lawsuits have been filed on them from male drivers, claiming that it's discriminatory to have just women ride shares, and it's messing with their earnings, and it's discriminatory. And I don't see how you can beat that. I'm an ally for women. Like, don't get it wrong. But I also know, like, you can't pull this off, like, in America. Like, nah, there are laws. This is certainly discriminatory. And I feel both sides. I really do. I really do. I really do feel both sides. But, the law is the law. So we'll see what happens with that. I thought it was a very interesting story. And I think Uber and Lyft had to estimate that this would happen. When making that decision, they had to estimate that this would happen. All right, I got a couple more things. Yeah, I'm actually gonna talk. Well, let's do this. Sabrina Carpenter. To start. Sabrina Carpenter. Sabrina Carpenter. This is Variety reporting. Sabrina Carpenter to star in Alice in Wonderland inspired musical at Universal. So that is the latest on Sabrina Carpenter. Sabrina Carpenter. She will lead an Alice in Wonderland inspired musical at Universal. And Lorene. Oh, I'm going to butcher this name. Lorene Scafaria is on board to write and direct. So that's the latest on Sabrina Carpenter. I mean, she's going to star in an Alice in Wonderland inspired musical at Universal. We'll see what she does with that as she continues to grow. But some are saying that's wonderful casting. When you put them up against each other, I'm like, it's not bad. It's not bad. All right. So that's the latest. Sabrina Carpenter to star in the Alice in Wonderland inspired musical at Universal. We'll check that out from her. And all right, last thing I got, and I'll cut up this clip very nice. I got a little time in the morning tomorrow. I don't gotta be to work too early or do nothing crazy. We got some R&B beef, and it's been going on for, can I say 20 years? Omarion and Mario just keep kind of going at it, right? Recently, Mario was on Cam Newton's podcast. He talked about Cam Newton brought up those that can sing and those that can sing. And Mario was a little critical of Omarion. Omarion being the superstar that he is in his own right. He came back on Sway's radio show, Sway's Universe, and he said some things as well. And what actually bothers me is these two are really talented. We saw them going to the Versus a couple years ago, and it got very chippy. It was very chippy. There were Omarion shots at Mario's weight. There was Omarion cringingly eating watermelon or something like that. Like him and his brother. It was all of that. It was very weird. And yeah, I mean, these two have been around literally about the same amount of time, like in the industry. Omarion's first single was Just a Friend 2002, and B2K came out in 2002. So there, and then eventually Omarion goes solo, and these two have sort of been just battling it out for years. And I'm like, is this a 20-year-old beef? This guy's been going at it for 20 years. Mario and Omarion. I actually think they could make some amazing songs together. But Omarion is like, nah, I'm good off that. And I'm sure Mario is too. Mario is definitely comfortable with who he is. I don't think he makes any like harps about it. He definitely seems comfortable with who he is, and so does Omarion. And it's actually though, I think these two will make an incredible record if they did it together. However, they keep taking shots. Been 20 years, still going at it. Mario and Omarion, some R&B for you guys. All right, that is it for me. I talked about the NBA, Nico Harrison, Uber lawsuit. That'll be a good clip to put out tomorrow. Sabrina Carpenter, Alice in Wonderland. She will star in. Nico Harrison fired. 102 to 100. 76ers defeat the Boston Celtics tonight. Paolo Banchero and Jamal Mosley going at it. I love it. And then we talk some R&B as well. That's it for me. I appreciate you all for listening. Appreciate you all for tuning in. I will see you soon. I'll see you tomorrow. I believe I'm going to be talking about, there's no Abbott Elementary tomorrow. No. I'll be talking about the challenge tomorrow, though, for sure. I'll be talking the challenge tomorrow, reviewing that episode. And I'll preview Thursday Night Football as well. And then I'll do a What's the Line podcast on Thursday to get ready for the rest of the slate. Appreciate you all for listening. Appreciate you all for tuning in. I'm your guy, Media Marcus. And I will see you soon. Cheers.